Warning, this video may contain spoilers for late parts in the game. If you plan on playing this at some point, turn back now. You have been warned. CR back with a double review for this week for King Kong, the true king of the jungle. This game follows the 2005 movie with Jack Black, which, surprisingly, this game had the likenesses and voices of most, if not all, the characters from the actual movie. This is definitely an interesting game, but let me explain why, starting with the basics. This game is split into two different sections, playing as Jack Driscoll and playing as the titular King Kong. The Jack sections have you play in exclusively first person with no HUD. The director is saying that this was for immersion, which actually works really well, as while I was playing the game, not much took me out of the experience, getting scared at the right parts or otherwise. You can turn on the HUD in the settings, but I never did it. Your health is very minimal in this game, pretty much 2 to 3 hits and you're done, with no armor or anything, but most of the time the deaths are exclusively your fault, and not due to much, if any, jankiness. There are a few crates throughout the game where you can pick up 3 different types of guns, a pistol, a shotgun, and a sniper, though most of the time you'll find yourself out of ammo with no guns in sight, needing to use spears and bones littered throughout Skull Island, defeating enemies or lighting the spear on fire to clear brush and creating a path forward. The Kong sections are pure fun, fighting dinosaurs and flying things with strength, not needing to think much about the situation. Kong can die, but again it is due to bad play, there being 2 basic modes for Kong, which would be just regular and something I call full ape mode, where Kong beats his chest and gets pissed, being able to defeat enemies a lot easier than in regular mode. There's not much of a story difference from the movie to this game, though there are a couple different story beats due to the game having to have gameplay, so I'm just going to explain the bare gist of it. The game starts with the crew heading towards a mysterious island while filming for a movie. The main characters in this are Jack, Denim, Anne, Hayes, and Jimmy. There are other characters, but none really get the spotlight or even really talk besides Englehorn, the captain, but he talks like once or twice. The crew arrives at the island where it seems like it would be impossible to even land on the island, but Denim insists, forcing the crew to take small boats and set out to the island in a fierce storm. The 3 boats get immediately split up, and Jack, Hayes, Denim, and Anne get stranded on the island, though Denim couldn't be more delighted as he films various strange things happening, like giant crabs coming from the ocean. They make their way further in where they are ambushed by natives of the island, knocking out Jack and taking Anne as a sacrifice. This is when the big boy himself, King Kong, shows up and takes Anne away. The game then becomes the search for Anne, getting split up at various points in the story and re-meeting up to the eventual fight with a V-Rex. The game then switches to King Kong, protecting Anne from a lot more V-Rex and other types of dinosaurs, before Jack eventually finds Anne, who gets stuck later and is helped again by Kong until the final time when Jack finds her and they escape from the island, coming upon the natives again where they capture Anne again. Kong coming and absolutely murdering the natives before he is put down by Denim with some sleeping gas and taken to New York as the 8th wonder of the world. This backfires immediately as Kong frees himself and wreaks havoc on the city, eventually finding Anne, who the police watch willingly jump into Kong's hand as he ascends the Empire State Building to where his destiny of death happens. The game offers a great alternate ending though upon 100% completion, where Kong defeats many of the biplanes that come down upon him, Jack coming in on a biplane of his own and shooting down the rest, picking up Kong and taking him back to his own island where he belongs. This game at times can look pretty good. The best gameplay is when you actually get to play as King Kong, and it's for the most part pretty damn good, getting to destroy swarms of usually hard to kill enemies. The guns are pretty solid to use, many enemies being a one-shot kill, and even the bones and spears are good too, missing an enemy being solely due to the player having bad aim, which I did have a lot of bad aim, and is pretty kick-ass in this game for being the damsel in distress, actually being the most helpful AI in the game, whereas the other characters just wait around for you to do stuff. She actually helps you find the way around. She even helps Kong burn through patches of grass to get further. Like I said, generally the AI is okay, but sometimes they just get attacked due to low ammo throughout the game, with ending up needing to use spears and bones to chuck at enemies, which can be less accurate as a lot of enemies get super close up to you. You still end up dying a lot, though the entire game is very much doable. Though after the first time you get to be Kong, you really don't want to go back to playing as Jack. I think the gameplay is unique, but is more often frustratingly simple. I'm not going to have an extra section as there aren't collectibles in this game, but after you beat it, you can replay the levels to get points to unlock art or trailers, and once you get everything, you can unlock the extra ending like I mentioned. Honestly, this game is worth it to play at least one time through. Nothing groundbreaking, but pretty good for being based off a movie, and even adding something to it if you stick it out for the 100% completion. If you see it at a store for like $10, go ahead and try it out. Hope you enjoyed, and see you next video.